Level Up listeners, and welcome back. We've learned how to find joy in exercise and how to incorporate small movements into our day. But what about the biggest part of our day for many of us? Our work. We often treat work like a marathon, trying to power through for hours on end. Today, in episode 49, we're diving into a simple yet revolutionary productivity method, the Pomodoro Technique. Let's level up.
We've been digging into this whole idea of movement and pauses. You know, how structuring breaks might actually change how we work. Because there's this common belief, almost a myth, that you just got to grind it out for hours to be productive. But what if that's just wrong? What if working smarter in these short bursts is the real key to focus? Today, that's exactly what we're looking at, the Pomodoro Technique. So let's maybe start by tackling that more hours equals more output idea head on.
Yeah, exactly. It's this pervasive idea that pushing through is best. But honestly, the grind often backfires. It leads straight to what you could call productivity killers. Our brains, they're just not built for hours and hours of intense focus. We try to force it and boom, mental fatigue hits. Concentration just fades. It's a finite thing.
Left hit a wall.
Totally. And that fatigue, it's like fuel for procrastination. You look at a big task, feels overwhelming, stretches out forever. So you just kind of put it off. And when your brain's tired, it starts actively looking for distractions. Social media, email, anything but the task.
Yeah, scrolling becomes very appealing suddenly.
Precisely. So trying to run that work marathon without breaks, it's really just setting yourself up for burnout.
Okay, so if the marathon is out, what's the sprint strategy? What's this technique that works with our brain's limits instead of against them?
Well, that's the beauty of the Pomodoro Technique. It comes from Francesco Cirio back in the late 80s. And the name, Pomodoro, is just Italian for tomato. He actually used one of those little tomato-shaped kitchen timers. Kind of funny.
Ah, right, the classic kitchen timer. Okay, so many people have probably heard the basics, right? It's like 25 minutes on, 5 minutes off.
That's the core loop, yeah. You choose one task. Focus hard for 25 minutes. That's one Pomodoro. Timer rings. You stop, take a quick 5-minute break.
Okay.
And you repeat that cycle. After, say, 4 Pomodoros.
4 rounds.
Right, 4 rounds. Then you take a longer break. Maybe 15 minutes, maybe 30.
It sounds really simple, almost too simple. What's the magic behind it? Why does this structure, especially those little breaks, work so well?
It's clever psychology, really. First off, it demolishes procrastination. Committing to a huge task is scary. Committing to just 25 minutes, much, much easier to start. It's kind of like that 2-minute rule idea, just scaled up a bit.
Makes sense. Just get the ball rolling.
Exactly. Second, it really sharpens your focus. That timer ticking away creates a little bit of positive pressure, urgency. It trains your brain to resist switching tasks.
Okay.
Third, and this is key, it prevents burnout. Those breaks aren't just downtime, they're active recovery. Think of them as like resetting your brain, preventing mental fatigue from building up.
So the break is part of the work, in a way.
Absolutely essential. And finally, it boosts your awareness.
Yeah.
You start tracking Pomodoros per task, and you get a way better feel for how long things actually take. Less guesswork, less stress.
Okay, I can see how that structure really helps. So let's make it practical. If someone wants to try this, like today, what's the first step?
Super easy. Pick one task.
Sure.
Just one.
Something you've maybe been avoiding.
Perfect example. Then grab a timer phone, kitchen timer, an app, whatever works. Set it for 25 minutes. And for those 25 minutes, it's just you and the task, undivided attention. If some other thought pops in, oh, I need to email so-and-so, just scribble it down quickly on a notepad.
Park it for later.
Right. Park it and get straight back to the task.
And then the timer goes off.
Yeah.
And this is the important part you mentioned, right? The break has to be a real break.
Crucial. Absolutely crucial. 5 minutes, but no email, no social media scrolling. That's just switching distractions. Instead, maybe do those desk exercises we talked about before. Get up, stretch.
Yeah. Grab some water, look out the window.
Exactly. Something that gives your brain and body a complete separation from the work. That's what lets you recharge properly.
So it's really about building in that recovery.
It ties back beautifully to this whole idea of working with our natural rhythms. The Pomodoro Technique shows how constraints like the timer, the breaks, can actually create more freedom. Freedom from distraction, freedom from burnout. It's the discipline of the pause. It reminds me of this quote from the Indonesian educator Ki Hajar Dewantara.
Wow.
He said, "Di mana ada kemerdekaan, di situlah harus ada disiplin yang kuat." Basically, where there is freedom, there must be strong discipline. The discipline to focus, sure, but also the discipline to rest. That's what gives you the freedom to perform sustainably.
That's powerful. Discipline and resting gives you freedom. I like
Yeah.
that. So it boils down to this. The secret isn't just raw willpower. It's structuring your work with smart breaks.
Precisely. It's working with your brain, not fighting it.
Okay, so here's a little challenge for everyone listening. Let's call it the one tomato challenge. Just try it once today. Pick that one task, maybe the one you keep pushing back. Set a timer for 25 minutes. Go deep. Focus. And then, when it rings, really take that 5-minute break. No guilt. See how it feels. That might just be your first step towards working a whole lot smarter.
Thank you for joining us on Level Up. Tomorrow we'll talk about why aimless pauses, daydreaming, looking out the window, are so important for creativity. Until then, work smart, rest well, and keep leveling up.